basketball fans. This is Bob Graves along with Gil Robert Reynolds, and we're bringing you this big bi-district girls basketball game here from Canyon, Texas at the box, the gym, the old gym they call the box. The winner of this game will play the winners of Denver City and Presidio, and I would imagine that would probably be this weekend, probably Friday. I'll give you a little information about both teams. The Mules are coached by Coach Terry Sutton. Assistant coaches are Edie Niblett and Edie Niblett and Sherry Veazey. Lady Hornets from Highland Park up here in the Amarillo area are coached by Kirk Ellis. Assistant coaches are Matt Taylor, Tori Blankenship, and Haley Edwards. Now I'll give you the roster for the Lady Hornets from Highland Park. First of all, I'll give you the starters. It'll be number 10, Michaela Reed, 5'5" senior, and number 20, Jordan Taylor, a 5'7" junior, and then number 32, Addie Patterson, a 5'8" sophomore, number 33, Sadie Fasami, a 5'11" senior, and number 40, Kristen Elizalde, 5'5" senior guard. And then I'll go ahead and give you the remainder of the roster for the Lady Hornets. Number 3, Casey Bell, 5'4" sophomore. Number 5, Jaylynn Taylor, 5'6" freshman. Number 11, Ariel Hollingsworth, a 5'5" senior guard. Number 12, Erica David, a 5'5" senior wing. And then number 23, Alexis Cochata, a 5'6" sophomore guard. Number 24, Alexis Bollwright, a 5'6" sophomore guard. And then the last one on the roster, number 44, Adrian Salinger, 5'9" sophomore. Now we'll go over to the Lady Mules. I'll give you the starters first. Number 10, Sadie Suddeth, 5'6" junior. And number 20, her twin sister, Sydney Suddeth, the 5'6" junior. And then number 23, Reagan Reynolds, a 5'6" junior. And then number 30, Emily Precure, a 5'5" junior. And then number 50, Conley Niblett, a 5'10" sophomore. So the Mules are starting all underclassmen, so they'll have all these girls back next year. And as I mentioned, the winners of this game will play the winners of Denver City and Presidio. So we're moments away from the start of this bi-district game between the Lady Hornets from Highland Park and the Lady Mules from Muleshoe. Time score in this by-district girls game here in Canyon, and the Lady Mules have 14 and the Highland Park Hornets have 21. We'll give you some stats. First of all, turnovers for Highland Park in the first half, they have 6. Rebounds, total rebounds for Highland Park, they have 10. We go over to the Mules. The Mules have 13 turnovers this first half, and they have 14 rebounds. So the Mules have out-rebounded them by 4, but we're behind about 7 on the turnovers. Okay, now let's get the individual scoring for the Highland Park Hornets. Michaela Reed has 3 points. Jordan Taylor has 11 points. She has 3 three-pointers. And Sadie Filmazon has 2 points. And Kristen Elizalde has 2 points. And the other Taylor, apparently these girls are sisters. They may be twins. They sure look alike. She has 3 points and 1 three-pointer. So that's the total scoring for Highland Park. Now let's go over to the Mules. Sadie Suddeth has 5 points, and Sydney Suddeth has 1 point. Connie Niblett has 4 points. Emily Precure has 2 points, and Yvonne Diaz has 2 points. So that's the total scoring here in the first half. 21 total points for Highland Park and 14 for the Mules. So we'll be back shortly with the second half with the Highland Park Hornets leading 21-14. made a really great comeback in the last quarter, and they wound up losing by 6 points, but they were down by 20 once. And they really played well the last quarter, but they had gotten themselves too far behind. But a real good effort. Okay, let's go over some of the final stats. Like I said, Highland Park won 50-44. And we'll give the stats first for Highland Park. Reed had 9 points. Jordan Taylor had 17. Really a good ball player. And Sadie Fimason had 2 points the first half, and she had 10 the second half. So she wound up with 12. And Kristen Elizalde had 2 at the half, and she wound up with 9 altogether. And also, Jalen Taylor had 3 points. All right, now as far as some of the stats, as far as turnovers and rebounds, the Lady Hornets wound up with 17 turnovers and rebounds, total rebounds 26. For the Lady Mules now, Sadie Suddeth had 5 points at the half and wound up with 17. Sadie had 4 3-pointers the second half. For Sydney Suddeth, she had 1 point at the half and wound up with 4 points. Conley Niblett had 4 points the first half and really had a good second half. She had 12 the second half for a total of 16. Emily Precure had 2 points the first half and 2 points the second half. She wound up with 4 points. Reagan Reynolds had 2 points. And Yvonne Diaz had 2 points. And I believe that's all the scoring for the Lady Mules, as they had 44 points. Now, some of the stats for the team stats for the Lady Mules. For turnovers, they had 19. They had 13 the first half and only 6 the second half. Rebounds, they had 14 the first half and wound up with a total of 23. So actually, they were just out-rebounded 3 rebounds by the Lady Hornets. But it turned out to really be a good ball game the last quarter, as the Mules didn't quit. They just kept playing hard and really cut the margin to 6 points after, like I said, after being behind 20. Now, this was the by-district championship. And like I said before the game, the winner of this game will play Denver City, the winner of Denver City and Presidio. And I would imagine that'll be Denver City, but of course I don't know. So that'll be in the next round, which will be the area. So congratulations to the Mules. They had a good season. They wound up with 15 wins and 14 losses. And, of course, they were 5-5 in district, 4th place. And the Lady Hornets were, as we said, they just lost one district game. They were 7-1, 20-9. That makes them 21-9 on the year. And, of course, they were the winners up in that district, that 1-3A district. So, congratulations to Coach Sudduth and the assistant coaches and the girls. And, by the way, they have all of their starters back next year. They don't have any seniors, so that's good news. So, the final score here from the box here in Canyon, the final score was 50 for Highland Park Hornets and 44 for the Lady Mules.